Hey guys, Blind Spot once again here with you, and today I'm gonna talk about how Utopian is taking open source to the next level. So let's talk about that. So before we dive in too deep about how Utopian is going to change the whole world of open source softwares, let's first try to understand what open source is. So basically, any application that you use, any web browser that you use like Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, Mozilla Firefox, or even Minesweeper, the game in your PC, are basically codes written in any one of the various languages that they have, and then this is turned into binary, that is 1 and zeros, so that the computer can understand and execute that code. But a lot of commercial programs usually have a license that builds a wall that stops people from reverse engineering this process and using the code. This is where open source comes in. Open source are basically where the code is out in the open, that is free to use, free to change, free to alter, free to distribute, and free to personalize. And in open sourcing, the final product, the executed product or program, is available for other people, including the source that it was made with. So basically, programmers, both veterans and aspiring or growing programmers, can use that code and alter it or personalize it. For example, let's say I developed this bottle, and this is a software. The whole concept of this bottle is to carry water. And now the code that I've used to make this bottle is out there as an open source. So people can come in and start modifying this. The goal for this bottle is to carry water so that people can use it to drink water. So somebody might come up and say, hey, I have an idea to make this bottle much better. They'll come up with a cap to hold the water in it. And then someone else who's interested in the same project can come up and say, hey, I have a cap that fits better and looks better and will make this bottle more secure. And then a third programmer comes up and says, hey, why don't we change the shape of this bottle so it's easier to hold? So you get the idea. Basically, the whole idea of open sourcing is to use the different skills and ideas of different programmers to make one software as better as it can be, to reach its peak potential. There are a lot of benefits about open source. Heck, even Google has some open source softwares out there because they know the potential that the people have. They believe in the power of people. Some of the benefits of using open source software is that skilled programmers can take a software and make it a lot better, can add a lot of value to it, and aspiring or growing programmers can learn and gain experience from using the codes that are already existing and also practice their coding. Basically, open sourcing gives the people so much power to develop an existing software. It gives the skilled programmers a chance to explore their peak potential. It gives aspiring or learning programmers a chance to educate themselves and learn so much more. Open source is really an evolutionary process that keeps making softwares and technology better and better, because two heads better than one, right? And the more number of people there are, the more personalized can softwares be, and the more number of ideas, the better the end result. But one problem with open source programming is funding. A lot of open source softwares really die out because they do not receive the appropriate funding, and this could also mean that we potentially lose a game-changing software. But that's where Utopian comes in. Utopian is a crowdsourcing platform that is bringing and connecting open source projects and contributors from everywhere and putting them in one place. They aim to make a world where open source innovation is accessible and where each and every contributor and project can support each other, both with knowledge and finance. Not to mention, this world will be filled with skill. The Utopian Colony is a world where open source projects can finally make their dreams come true. They can come to life. It's a world that brings power back to the people. Utopian is a colony that brings power back to the free world. So do check out Utopian Indiegogo's campaign that I have mentioned in the description below, and until next time.
I'm so happy. I can